Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. We should be done with the Challenger's Cave today. So I'm going to take this time to finish up the little story I was telling last time. As I was about to say before I ran into that trainer, Metroid Prime 2, I cannot emulate properly for the time being. I mean, I've messed with the game a few minutes with a fully completed file. Well, at least not as far as the final bosses are concerned. Of course, it goes without saying. But yeah, I messed around a bit, and I found out that the game had such massive slowdown. We're talking about 15 FPS, if not less. Whenever I would get out of water, there would be the animation of, water going down on the visor, which would slow things down to a crawl, and also when I would open up a portal. And, I mean, it's just... We're reaching unplayable realm here. I'm just going to go with Mienshao in the lead since, of course, with all those gravelers as well as boulders and other stuff like that, it's at quite an advantage in this place. So, as I was saying, it's just unplayable, and this time no amount of fiddling with hidden settings would help, because remember that setting that I said had to be maxed out for Metroid Prime last time in order to make the X-ray visor and the thermal visor work? Well, this time in Metroid Prime 2, it's required for the scan visor to function properly as well. And I don't know about you guys, but a 100% run without the scan visor is just no. And even if it did work, the second I get the dark visor, I would be pretty much out of commission anyway. So starting up a Let's Play only to be forced to abandon it halfway through, and knowing that beforehand that I would have to quit halfway through because my graphics card just doesn't have enough juice, that is just a bad decision. I was really hoping that it wouldn't use self-destruct here. I lucked out and it only used earthquake. But yeah, this is the reason why LPing Metroid Prime 2 is a no-no, at least until I upgrade my graphics card to something a bit more recent, which I have no plans of doing in the short or middle term. I still have a few other games that I want to Let's Play in the meantime, so we'll see how it goes when we get there. Now, something that's got people talking is Smogon's most recent ban of Leaf Green Deoxys. It came as a surprise to me at first, if only because of how not very used the thing is. It was ranked number 39 in January. Number 39, and it still was banned. And quite frankly, the ranking, I honestly don't know what to make of it. I mean, if it's so good, then how come it was only on 5-6% of all teams? So I'm not sure, but then again, I've heard pretty good arguments from both sides, from people that are far more skilled at the game than I am, and of course it goes without saying that the end result of the vote was fairly close in favor of a ban. It wasn't the kind of blowout that we had become accustomed to in recent months. So, as I said, it was pretty much a coin toss decision, and it just so happened that a slight majority decided to ban it. And, reading what I have read, I cannot adamantly oppose this, I guess. Much like the community itself, I'm sort of on the fence about this. But, sorry, but I just cannot get past... Oh, shit! Wormadam learns Psychic? Well, that's a new one. I probably should have been expected to know this, but honestly, I have never used Wormadam, and I have never seen anyone else use one either. So if you ask me which moves Wormadam could learn, I would honestly be at a loss. I certainly didn't remember it could learn freaking Psychic. But, anyway, as I was about to say, I just can't get past past the fact that it was used so little. Number 39 in the month of January. That is low overused. That's the textbook's definition of low overused. And remember, on top of that, when Emerald Deoxys, before it was banned to Ubers itself, Leaf Green Deoxys was underused, and no one complained there. So, what happened? My best guess would probably be something along the lines of Black and White 2 happened and just changed everything, but I don't know. I really don't know. We have a Pokemon that was taken out of underused, not because the underused community voted on it, but because Emerald Deoxys needed a replacement when it was banned, and it turned out to be Leaf Green Deoxys. So, you know what? I would absolutely love to see what they call the lead stats, that is, the usage stats from people who achieved a ranking higher than 1337 on the ladder. But we haven't had that for a couple months now, and I really would be curious to see if there is such a drastic shift between the top players and the rest when it comes to using that thing. Sorry about that, I was a bit thinking about what I should send out against against Cloyster. I think Zekrom is my best bet, honestly, because well, of course, there's that super effective Fusion Bolt, and I'm probably going to have to take an Ice move to the face since its defense is so high. Yeah, pretty much called it there. But, yeah, Icicle Crash, at least it's not Skill Link, Icicle Spear, or something to that effect. It would have probably killed me if that was the case. Fortunately, I stayed alive. So, yeah, the main problem that seems to occur with the ban of Leaf Green Deoxys is that it was one of the few dedicated leads, if there is still such a thing because of Team Preview, but it still was one of the top leads that didn't involve weather. So people are thinking that we're going to probably see even more rain and even more sand than ever before with it gone. I guess this is something we're gonna have to see how that turns out, you know. But I'm really hoping that something is done about rain soon, and they just decide to, and they don't decide rather to say, you know, this generation is almost over, so we're just gonna keep things as they are, and we're going to take a more definitive decision once X and Y are out. With that said, it seems like the average Smogonites are getting more and more angry every day with rain and the way it's being handled. If you saw the latest issue of the Smog, you're going to have noticed that there are jabs at the rain-dominated metagame in articles that had absolutely nothing to do with rain, which pretty much tells the whole story. I still would kill to know how rain could perform if you just got rid of Drizzle and allowed all the abusers back in. And my impression is that, well, I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as some of the other people who play this game, but my impression is that it wouldn't be so bad. But of course, that's just a gut instinct, and gut instincts, pretty much by definition, almost have a 50% shot at being wrong. So, I would absolutely love it. It would make my day if such a suspect test happened, even if nothing came out of it. But I'm repeating what I've said in previous videos. I'm just going to shut up now and move on to something else. So, I'm right next to the Stone Edge TM, if my map is correct, which it is. Now, I've said multiple times that I was going to give Stone Edge to Mienshao once I got it, but I'm not going to do so right now. There's still one thing I want to do. There are still some unexplored areas. Well, I wouldn't say areas, but more like little nooks and crannies that are left to explore in this place. And after that, well, you'll see what I have planned. Anyway, something that I never talked about in these videos, for all kinds of reasons, is that, Earlier this month, there was an event for a shiny level 99 Magikarp with Hydro Pump. It's sort of a shame in a way that it wasn't level 100, just to have, a Magikarp that could never evolve, but it's shiny and it's got a move that no other Magikarp has. But yeah, Hydro Pump Magikarp means that now you can make a 4-move set for Magikarp and not have it have Splash. And as for Little Cup, unfortunately, that's not the case because this particular Magikarp is, of course, ineligible, being level 99 and all, and you cannot breed another Magikarp with Hydro Pump. Now I'm just going to go with Lilligant in the lead since I'm in the water, and it needs all the experience it can get once again. And yeah, I've seen some damage calculations, and I don't know if they're for real or not, but apparently this Magikarp, with a proper EV spread and nature and stuff, would be able to one-hit KO a Who after Stealth Rock, and 2-hit KO that same Who without Stealth Rock. Which is pretty ridiculous in a way, because isn't Magikarp meant to be the suckiest of the suck? I mean, sure, it's still gonna lose to Who in a one-on-one fight, but... No, wait! If there's Rain to activate Swift Swim, and there's Stealth Rock support, Magikarp would beat Who! Of course, I couldn't really label this as being one-on-one because you need Rain support and Stealth Rock support, but still, the point is made. Now is the time to show you exactly why I didn't want to give it Stone Edge, sorry, not Stone Age, just yet. The reason for that is because I'm going to be reteaching it Dig for like 5 seconds so that I can get out of this place quicker without having to navigate through even more hordes of wild Pokemon without having to use an escape rope or anything. So, let's go, use Dig, and get out of this place at last. I think I've spent like maybe 40 minutes in this place and a lot of random encounters, which at least gave me quite a few levels, so I'm thankful for that at least. So, I'm going to head over to, I'm gonna go to Opelucid, I guess, because I haven't decided exactly what I was going to do next. So I'm just going to close this video by doing a few things. First, I'm going to give Stone Edge to Mienshao at long last. It's going to be 88% accuracy thanks to that Wide Lands. And this is one of the main reasons why I decided to go with the Wide Lands to begin with. Because, even though it's helpful for High Jump Kick, I would really like to milk it for all it's worth, and Stone Edge would allow me to do just that. Now, I'm just going to raise its PP with... Oh, wait, this is a PP Max. I want to use PP Ups. I mean, sure, a PP Max would do the same thing as 3 PP Ups, but... it would feel wrong somehow to use an item that is so rare when I can get PP Ups in droves. I still have 48 in my inventory and many more star pieces to convert into PP Ups should the need arise, which it probably won't, but still. It just goes to show how diligent I've been in going to the challenge rock on most days. So now I'm just going to go to the PC and get back Tyranitar, and I'm going to call it a day. So next time, we're going to be going to either the Royal Unova or the Return to the Relic Castle, or maybe something else entirely. Who knows?